Felipe, now we are recording. Now we can start. So, perfect. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for your presence here. So, we are starting our onboard meeting for the 2023 Scholars and Media Innovation Program. It's a pleasure to have you here. We have in this program more than 29 people, 29 participants, plus 10 TAs. The TAs are the teaching assistants that will help you during the program. This is the 6th edition. We started in 2020. Syro-Libanese Hospital gave a good support for us in the beginning, so we thanks a lot for them. For this year, we have 20 participants from Syro-Libanese Hospital. We have more 5 scholarships for undergraduate students. And let me see now, right now, 1 week to start the program. We have people from Brazil, Qatar, United States, Portugal, and Peru. Oh, hi Musa, how are you again? Musa from Qatar was with us in 2021. Great, Musa, to see you here. So, of course, this is the international edition. It's very interesting to have all of you sharing and collaborating, and that's one of the important things of this program is to do this collaborative learning, right? Where everyone has your special skills and that can collaborate with your colleagues, with your friends. And it's how it grows and how innovation process works as well. For today, of course, we will not talk too much about the content, but it's more an overview for you to try to understand. You have to understand that we try to do as an innovative process. We are always changing, we are always trying new things. So this program is also innovative as the format. We know that we have the skills, right? The soft skills, and we will try to work a lot with that. Every one of you has your background. Usually people at this program have more than 10 years working. So the ideas, the projects, and the problems are real problems that you bring to us, and then we try to solve and to help you to solve that problem, right? So let me see here what I have to tell you. Okay, now we are more than 200 people that's already passed through the program. The last year, in the last semester, we did it face-to-face. Of course, for some of you, it's not possible to do face-to-face, but we believe it's very, very important so we can connect more. So if it's possible, in the end of the program, we will try to do a big event where everyone can come, maybe not only from São Paulo, and to meet each other and to have some fun as well. What else I have to tell you? Okay, I would like to present you. We have 2 TAs, 2 teaching assistants, Felipe Restini and Deborah Terribili, that they prepared a material to help you, because what usually happens in this program is that in the first week, everyone doesn't know very well what have to do, and there is a delay of 1 week so that you can start with your journey. So what we decided is to discuss, to present you the program. Of course, some of you, not you, but some people still did not subscribe for the program, but it will be recorded and people that will enter the program will have access, of course, on this material. So just to present you, after Deborah Terribili is coming, but Felipe Restini, he's a medical doctor that works and studies also in Syro-Libanese Hospital. He's actually the site director of our program. And Felipe will talk a little about the program. We'll give you some tips, some tips for you to start discussing. And after Deborah Terribili, she's from the second year TA, teaching assistant. And after when she arrives here, I will talk a little more. She's one of the success cases. She was capable to raise more than $4 million for her startup and her colleagues. So she will also help us with some information about the program and some tools. So Felipe, please be comfortable. Please present yourself and you can continue.
Sure, thank you, Thiago. Just need to check. Everyone can hear me well. Is there any problem with my microphone? Is all right? All right, perfect. So I'm going to start just sharing my screen. Just a second. And during this presentation, please feel free to stop me if you have any doubts. Just like Thiago said, it's going to be more of an overview about the course. Can you hear the screen? Is it it's the PowerPoint slide?
Yes, Felipe, we can see.
Yep. All right, thank you. So thank you, Thiago. I'm Felipe. I'm a forward study of the last year of SMI back in 2022. I have to say it was a great experience for me. It was more like a change of mindset, even to my clinical practice as well. So I really hope that you enjoy this course of this year. We made a little some change to improve your knowledge during this course. And please, during the presentation, if you have any doubts, you can just raise your hands, and we can stop and talk a little bit. So I'd like to start this presentation with this quote over here: "Is innovations made by people for people." This was told about from Simone Polito. She was with us during the last year, and this is really important because we're going to get in touch with some market strategies and business model, design thinking, and a lot of new issues that might come through. But this is the most important thing. Is like a take home message from this course, because you will be developing frameworks, tools, whatever you develop, apps, for example. But it's made for people. So keep in mind that everything you're going to develop is supposed to be for resolving the pain that you deal daily or someone else is dealing. So maybe this might be the key to develop something really innovative and not just random strategy. So this is really important. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the modules. It's going to be almost 6 modules before the prep pitch and the final pitch. So at the first day, we're going to ask you to present the elevator pitch. What is it? For most of you, it's going to be the first time performing a pitch. It's like 40 to 1 minute time to introduce yourself and be precise and clear. You have to expose which problem you want to solve and what is your idea. How do you want to solve that problem? So it's going to be a training. Don't worry about this first episode of the course, because it's new to almost everyone. For my example, back in the last year, I decided to perform the course at the same day that I should prepare elevator pitch. It was a really difficult task, but it's really important to improve your ability to talk and to express yourself, and that's maybe the most important thing about this course. So don't worry, we will help you during this week. So it's going to happen at the first day of the course, May 3rd, but we are going to supply you with some supportive material We're going to use Slack, and we are going to teach you how to use Slack. Moving forward, we're going to start with the creativity, inspiration, and leadership. Why am I saying that? Because you have to detect something here. It's something we call the pain, some problem that you want to solve. And there's a few ways to face this kind of problem. And by the end of this first day, you're going to learn that it's not exactly how you want to change that problem, or exactly what do we do to change that problem, but what motivates you. So why are you doing that? And there's something really strong in big companies such as Apple and Nike, for example. This quote actually was formulated by Simon Sinek, which is a leader that I really recommend you to learn a little bit more about. And there's something else you have to learn about: the leadership. What gonna be your role as a leader of your team, and for each one of your team, of course, that everybody's going to work together until the final pitch. Moving a little bit, we're going to develop an idea. I'm sharing this picture of the design thinking process. I don't know if anyone have ever heard about it before, but it's a mindset, a way to detect a problem, to emphasize with that problem, define what's going to be your strategy to solve it, ideate and prototyping, and finally testing your idea. And this is really dynamic, because sometimes you go to the prototyping and you see that it's unfeasible. Your idea would be unfeasible. Then you need to go back, make to the definition of your strategy or the ideation. So it's really dynamic, but don't worry, we as TAs and everyone, we're gonna be there to help you to do all of this process until you come up with something really good, with a really good idea to deal with your pain. Uh, after we formulated that, we have to test our idea. So how do we gonna do that? What is your main concept? And after you develop your concept, you have to prove that. So that's something we call the proof of concept. So maybe you pick up a problem, and you're deciding of how to solve that thing, and you have to show us how you're gonna do that. Is it feasible? Is it possible? Is that really a problem? Because sometimes it is not. And then you have to go back to the design thinking and prototyping a little bit more. After all of these steps, if you have proven your concept, we will talk a little bit about the MVP, or that's something a few ones call the MVI, which is the minimal viable product or minimal viable innovation, which it would be the first step of your product as a startup. So this is the idea. And after we think about everything, what we're gonna do, what do we have to do, what's gonna be our project, and how it's gonna work. Is it really interesting for our issues? We have to talk a little bit about how basically selling it. So what's gonna be your business model? Is it going to be as we say, B2B? We're going to deal with other companies or to the client directly, in the case of B2C, or both of them, B2B and C, or we're going to deal with the government, for example. And there's several others. It's not they are not entirely representative on this figure. So this is something we really want to spend some time, because it's not just about developing your idea. You have to know about how sharing it, so you can improve your process and increase your power as a startup. And there's something else it's really interesting about the financing. We're going to talk about the public source of financing your project. Last year we had a lecture from Paulo Shore, which was amazing. Such a wonderful man, really inspiring, and I think we're gonna really appreciate this one for this year. And of course, about the private financing, for example, angel investors, and what's the pros and cons of each one of the methods. After that, so now we have a more robust idea, and we know how we're going to put this into market. We now we know exactly what we want to do, but there's something else we need to talk about. It's about the regulation of that. Is there any ethical issue before selling it and going to a MVP or MVI? About the patent registration as well, which is something really important, and most of the people with health experience maybe we didn't ever thought about it. It's not some standard knowledge, but it's also really important as well. We're going to talk a little bit about Visa and FDA. What are the process to implement a medical device, for example, a medical software, or or whatever you end up by developing. And here's about the pitch. I don't know if everyone is familiar with this idea, but the pitch is like a presentation, a really short presentation. They used to take like 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, that depends, but used to be about around 3 minutes. So just like the elevator pitch, you have to be really precise and really clear about your idea. And by this day, we're going to share with you what are the do's and don'ts about the pitch and how to perform it. Of course, it is something really interactive, so bring your doubts, your ideas, so we can improve your learning during this process. And as most of you know, by the end of the course, we have the final pitch. But before we're going to make a pre-pitch, I came up with this code because really you don't have to worry about. We are here to help you. It might seem a little bit scary because as you will realize, maybe it seems too much to say, too much to explore in such a short time. But don't worry, there's a technique for that, and we are here to help you to make the most of this opportunity. So the pre-pitch is, I think, the one of the most important days of the entire course, where you can expose yourself, expose your ideas, and we can talk about what can we improve until the final pitch, which is really important. Um Thiago, here would be the part of Deborah. Is she already here?
Let's see. Uh, if not, Felipe, if you allow
Yeah,
me,
I think we can do both. Don't worry.
yeah, we can go further, or maybe we can show people Slack as well. But you
Yeah.
can continue. You can continue, Felipe. Go on,
All right.
please.
All
Go on.
right. I can go ahead. So,
Okay.
so what do you expect for your week? How it's gonna be? Because I understand that most of you is going to be working, and there is a timing. It could be an issue over here. So we have the formal lectures, which is on Wednesday. It's 2 hours, so from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we also have the mentoring, which is going to be with Thiago. I really recommend, if it's possible, the entire group should be present. It's going to be uh, through the Google Meets as well, so we don't have to be in face to face, of course, but it's gonna be 30 minutes each week to develop your ideas, bring your doubts, and this is probably the most important thing here, because during the lectures we're gonna get in touch with the theory about the scores. Did someone said anything? Sorry. Oh, right. But this mentoring is really important. It's gonna be always on Friday. It's 3 minutes for each group, so we're gonna give you the exactly hour for each one, and please take the most of it. You should really enjoy. You also ask you, those are more like a recommendation. Of course, it's going to change between each one of you, but it takes almost 3 hours a week by studying and sharing your ideas with each one of your group as well. So it's an average due to our previous experience, so that we can tell you about it. We also recommend you to make 2 posts a week. It's going to be made, use the Slack platform, and with your post. So for example, you are in the first module with the creativity and leadership, and you're going to make 2 posts, like really short posts, but always bring some material as well, and we are going to use that to evaluate you during the course. And we ask you to make 2 comments at least, because we want you to interact with each one and sharing even more ideas and some of your knowledge, just like Thiago mentioned it before. Each one of you have some experience, and the most important thing about this course is to share your knowledge, so everyone gets to know a little bit more with your experience as well. All right. There's something else. We are always gonna account your posts and comments as well on Wednesday, Wednesdays, and so make sure you can make it before this time. So otherwise, we can't give you extra points for that. And at the end of the course, we will give some knowledge about the winner who make more posters and the more impact posters, and comment who made more interaction during the course. All right, Thiago, if you want to explore a little bit about the Slack and everything,
Okay.
would you like to? All right,
Felipe, I know that Deborah is right here with us, but
perfect.
maybe she can explain for us Slack. But just before that, I believe something that's important to tell is everything that we study is 1 week in advance, right? So, for example, right now we are studying. We already started the program, and then we will have our activity on module 1, right? So we will send you tomorrow morning some materials for you to start preparing your pitch elevator, as Felipe said. So as what happens in module 2, we will study during this current week till Wednesday, where we will discuss about, and we will always have an expert, right, to discuss that issue. Just to nominate some of them that's already confirmed with us. Sarah Goldsmith, she's professor at University of São Paulo. She knows a lot about design. She will help us. André Fleury, he's from Inova USP. He's in engineering and will help a lot about the prototypes and the first sales and the MVP, everything else. Luciana Matar is the manager of Inova HC, and also will help us with pitch evaluation. Giovanni Cherry, that's the main president of Inova HC. As you mentioned, Felipe, Paulo Shore, He is the coordinator of PIP-FAPESP, right? He is the coordinator of our research agency, right, for the foments. So he will talk a lot about how you can capture some investments and public or private, where it should work as well. We have here Renata Rothbart. She always collaborates with us. She's a lawyer, and she will talk a lot about medical devices, for example. So it's very, very important for us about the softwares, the apps, IoTs, wearables. She knows a lot about medical regulation as well. And we have Fabio Moraes. He's from Queen's University, Canada, and he will give us some tips, some clues, and pitfalls as well for your pitch presentation. And what's important to say, Felipe, here, it's a very practical course, of course, that you will have your group project, right? And then you will present it to the markets or to the specialists. So the idea is for you to learn doing something. It's much, much better. When you do, then you will have this knowledge when you need, not only for the tests, not only in the book, right? What else, Felipe? I believe that's it. Deborah, I told you that I should present her. She's also an MD. She's a radiologist, mother, triathlete, right? And also an entrepreneur. So Deborah, I believe in 2 or 3 years ago, she raised $4 million for her startup. And she's one of the, she's right now TA here with us for the 2nd year. She collaborates with the program for 2 or 3 years. And I'm sure she has a lot to contribute, to explain, to help you during the program. So, Deborah, welcome. If you want to continue the presentation.
Hi. Sorry for delay. I asked for a room here where I am. I am in the room of my doctor. I was with my doctor now, and I asked for her for her room to enter in the meeting. And thanks for the presentation, Thiago. It's a pleasure for me to be with you. And I think that I want to help you in each part of the program. I want to talk a little about, can you put the presentation, Felipe? I want to talk a little about the tools that we use during the program. It's very important for you to know these tools because we have some moments that we are together during the classes and during the mentoring, but during the week, we have to communicate to each other because in that time, out of the room, the classes that we learn more than during the classes. I believe that. So it's very, very easy for us to use WhatsApp, Telegram, Gmail, and other kinds of tools for communication, but I really wanted for you not to use that, okay? We have a specific tool that we use all the time that is Slack. Slack is a kind of virtual office that we have a lot of channels that we can communicate all the things and we can share information, we can share knowledge, and it's easy for us to record these discussions. So it's easy for you to search for something in these channels. In there will be a lot of channels of each model, of each group, and it's very easy for us to communicate in the Slack. So each group will have a different channel, and you can communicate with each other there. And when you are in Slack and you are working in your home or in another time, and you need to talk to each other, there's some tools that are easy to use, like the circle. We can like we are talking about something and you want to talk in an easy way, you can put the circle and you can call the others to talk about the things in an easy way. And even when another person, like a TA is online or a coordinator is online, it's easy for you to see who is online and who can talk to you in every moment during the day, during the week, okay? So it's very easy for us to do this. Another thing that we can look at can you come back a little bit? It's the header, like this in the top of the header, you can see all the documents that are important for you. When something is very important for you to look at, like informations for the classes or past informations, you can look in the header and you can find these informations in an easy way, okay? Another tool that we like to use is Miro. Miro is an online collaborative whiteboarding, so everybody of the group can put your information there, put your opinion there, and work even when you are not together. So you have a time during your week when you can choose to work alone, for example, and you can put your things there and the others will see it next in another time, okay? So during the week, you can use that, and you can use together too. During your discussions, you can use, and everybody will put all the informations there, okay? So it's good for brainstorm, it's good to plan your project, it's good to look for all the information. It's very visual. So I ask for you to log in Miro, create your account, and it's important for one person of the group to create a workspace for the group, and after that, everybody can be added to this workspace and work together. It's good for you to put the TA together there, because the TA can look and help everybody during the weeks, okay? So there's the principal things that you have to look at after, like create an account, create the workspace, and add the students, okay? I don't know if you have done the presentation of TAs. We are in 13 TAs. That's certo? Yeah, it's okay. 13?
Yes, I believe 10, but maybe 13.
Yeah, 10?
I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so
okay, no problem.
We will separate the TAs in groups. Like I think that we'll have at least 2 TAs for each group, maybe 3 in some groups, but I don't know if everybody's here, but I am a TA, Felipe is another TA, and there's another past students that will help you during this journey. Okay. Everybody knows what is a TA. I don't know, when I started the program, I had some doubts about the role of the TAs. The TAs will help you during all the journey with some doubts of the program, like operational problems, and helping you to understand the problem and think about a solution. And I think that's someone that will help you to understand where you are and where you need to go and where you want to be. So we are ready to help you all the time. Keep in touch with us, and we want to share all your knowledge all the time with you. And the recommendation is the book of Thiago. I think that we can use the next week to read the book. It's something that I really recommend to you. here are the group of the last program.
Okay, Deborah, wow, thank you very much for everything and for the book promotion as well. It's still in Portuguese, but if you want, it is Por que e como inovar na saúde. It's in the Kindle store, in the .com.br for the virtual version, or in Amazon.com if you wanna the how can I say, the book version, the pressed one, right? We are trying to have it in ArtMed, so it should be much easier and cheaper to have the physical book for us. And that, as Deborah said, it's a course that everyone helps each other, and we need the TAs are essential. They are parts of the program. They are very, very important because they communicate to us, to me, Felipe, and to the TAs too that already had the program before and have more experience to share with you, and then we can give the knowledge, this direction, and to help you a lot. Just to remember you, usually we have some activity to prepare for the next week that we usually do in the second part of the online and live activity, right? We will discuss, for example, about business model canvas. We will discuss, oops, I don't know if you can, I'm sorry, I did something wrong here, but we will have always something to discuss in group. So we will divide you in small groups. Then you can discuss and do your work and do your job to be done, as we say here. I will try to, let me see, to share my screen to show you the Slack. That is your main tool of the program. Let me see here. Can you see Slack? Okay. Okay, I suppose you can see here. Right now, you cannot see these channels, but they are already prepared for you. Here, for example, the participants, you can write about yourself, as Deborah commented. So it's very important for us to know each other. We have here physicians, we have people from assistants, but also we have people as managers or engineers or designers. So it's very important for us to know each other and see the competence on how we can collaborate. It's very, very simple. What's good on that platform, that you can insert here a web page, so you can insert here PDF, and it's very, very easy, and you can access easily as well. I will do just an example here. Let me see. YouTube, Simon. Let me see here. Simon Sinek. Okay, so there is a video like that. Oops, wait. Then I come here, put the link, and then it's already here. It's very easy for you to try it. You have a short history, everything else. Okay, so just remember again, we will count your posts. For example, in module 1, when it becomes 1 day before our live activity, then we stop counting. We don't want to be like a boring teacher, okay? While our objective is that to give you a gamification, so you can learn. So if we allow you to do everything you want and every time you want, sometimes you don't have that stimulus to go further, to get your best, right? So this is why the TAs will count your posts, and that's what we say. 2 new posts and 2 posts about the commentaries of your colleagues, right? Let me see. Okay, maybe we can open for questions or some discussions, doubts that you have. Please be comfortable to ask me, Felipe, Deborah, whatever you want. Once per time. You don't need to do everything at once, right? Okay, Isabella, please.
So, hi everyone. My question is about the project. So, for example, at the pitch, we will already start doing what we had in mind. So, for example, I have a scholarship with my group. So, we're going to do exactly what we taught, right? Or we're going to do something different following the classes and the modules.
Felipe, Deborah.
Did you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to understand what you were saying. Like, you already have a solution.
No,
have
not a solution. We just had a plan, kind of. We have an idea, and we are already a group, right? So we got the scholarship as a group. So we're gonna continue as a group, correct?
Okay. Yes. If you have a group and you have an idea, a problem that you want to solve already, and you have the solution, like the idea of the solution, we only will help you to construct the pitch in the right way. Like, we'll help you to construct the structure as we think that will help you to make the right journey to the final pitch.
Okay, but we are not. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Isabella. Sorry.
We don't have to actually use the idea that we had at first. We can have something else as well.
Yeah, it's very common. Like, you see that in the first thing that we learn during the program is that we have to think about the problem. So sometimes we have to take some steps back to think about the problem, and then we will construct the solution. So I think that during this week you can think about this with your group. What is the problem that you want to solve? And so it's the first thing that you have to think it, and the next class we can discuss about this and thinking about the solutions and what the way you want to go.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Isabella, just to complement Deborah really fast. What Deborah told us is that you can pivot your idea anytime. You know, you start doing something and then there is something that's not going well. We can make mistakes. We can accept errors here and then start again and again and again. But one thing that's important is we already have 3 groups from Syro-Lebanese side. And on that activity that we will have on next week, the elevator pitch, each of you that have an idea will present that idea, right? And if the other colleagues like your idea, they will stay with you. We will send tomorrow some materials for that activity. The pitch elevator is, like as the name says, you have 1 minute to talk with someone in the elevator, and you have to convince that people that you have a good idea, you know. So every one of you that have a good idea and want to present and have that idea discussed during the program will be able to present. And then we will select, you will select yourself who would like to stay, you know, and then we will form groups are about 4 to 6 people. So there are these 3 groups from Syro-Lebanese. Other people the scholarships, people that did individual subscriptions, or people from Sírio-Libanês that also did individual subscriptions will go into that pool, right? And we'll have one day to form the groups. Then you will start working as a group. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. It's just because I'm already a group from Sírio-Libanês, so
that's why.
So that's why I asked. I
That's
thought,
perfect.
well, maybe we're gonna change. I don't know, but I understand now. Thank you so much.
Yes. No, you're welcome.
Hello, do you hear me? Hello?
Musa,
Hello?
yes.
Hello?
How are you? Now, after
I'm
we
fine,
have
fine.
Wellington, that's he's with his hands like
Hello?
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Musa.
Thank you very much for the nice presentation. I'm very delighted to join this School in Medical Innovation 2023. Regarding the question created by Isabella, this is a journey. It is a matter of inspiration, ideation, creativity, and finally would be as an innovation. And this is our main goal. We need you to follow your idea to be finished as innovation in order to be delivery in your community as a product or a service. So it looks like seed in earth. You will provide this seed with water, oxygen. We will follow it until to get the fruits. And I'm sure our colleagues here are very expert. They will help you to follow your ideation until to be finished as an innovation. And regarding Slack, in Slack, to comment, in Slack, I can email, for example, Philippi, and I can send a specific message for Philippi cannot be seen by other. So Slack is very nice. So, and you can send emotions from Slack, and you can send email, and even you can get the mobile number of your classmate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Musa. I believe Wellington have a question.
Yes, thanks. I just would like to know for me that I'm subscribed as an individual. We don't have a group. How the groups will be made?
Yes. It was that explanation for Isabella. In the first day of the program, I will have a creativity class from Philip Fregni, and after we will do that pitch elevator activity. Then, if you don't have a project, there is no problem. Then you will join in another project. So, in this first activity, our objective is for you to test your abilities, your skills, to present your idea. So, because of that, from tomorrow to next Wednesday, you will prepare something. It's not written. You don't need a PowerPoint presentation. It's just what you will speak. And if you don't have a group, you can join or a Sírio-Libanês site, hospital group, if they allow you, as you are from Sírio-Libanês. But if not, you can share, or you can stay with other people and then join in a group. So what's important to say is that it's not the idea the main point here. Sometimes we discuss about an idea of your colleague, but the way that you learn and the things that you learn that are important, and that you use that in another project related to your subject, right? So it's more important than the idea. Maybe you study radiology, right? You study physics, but you go for a public health group, for example. That's no problem. There is no problem, because you learn the steps and you learn the process, right, Wellington?
Perfect. Thanks.
You are welcome.
I think your idea can be changed if you think about a specific product or service. And during the course, if you are not satisfied, you can change it and you can follow the steps from the first lecture, and your idea will be improved by time. It is a matter of progression. It is a dynamic process.
I think we also have a question from Amanda about the final pitch. Amanda, for example, you don't have you don't need to have entire product by the end of the course. Don't worry about that. For example, most of the participants of the last year were trying to develop an app. So it would be really complicated to develop an app in like 2 months. But so don't worry about that. You just have to know about what you're going to do, and your idea must be really clear, and the prototype of it as well. So how you're gonna do, how you're gonna negotiate about that, and more likely. So you don't need to have a ready product for by the end of the course. So don't worry about it.
So I can prepare 3 paragraphs about elevator pitch, the definition, the importance of elevator pitch. I can send it through the Slack. I can prepare it.
Okay, and another question from Amanda about the mentoring. You will have the possibility to schedule first with your TA, right? So it's the best schedule for the group. So you can decide. It's very interesting because some of people are very, very excited about the program. And then sometimes they spend more than 3 hours per week doing the extra activities and doing meetings and discussing about the projects. It's something interesting that happens sometimes. It's a kind of a light that goes with your brain. Then you start thinking something different from you were thinking all your life. So there is something interesting that happens with innovation in this innovation process that we hope that we can, how can I say, contaminate you, that we can share with you this expectation, this feeling about this different point of view, to view the same problem in a different perspective, right? Our objective here is also to inspire you, for you to develop your projects, your ideas, and it's a kind of starting, right? Of course, this program is not it's not the end of everything, but it's the start for something that it's growing, that will help you in the future, right, guys? Okay, more questions? Felipe, Deborah, Musa. You are without audio, Musa.
Hello?
Yes, now we can listen
Hello?
you.
Yeah, my advice, think about your project, your idea. Think about it. And then we can refine it during the course. Think about it. This is my advice to the students. Think about it from today, and we can refine it during the course. Is it clear?
Perfect, Musa. Pedro has a question.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Well, you may have already answered it, but it wasn't really clear for me, so I'm gonna ask it. So I am not with a group right now. I'm participating individually, but I have a project of my own that I want to build during the course. And this is what I'm want to understand. Next reunion, we will have to present our ideas in a pitch. in a pitch format. And so the idea is that other participants may engage on the idea that I bring to the table. And if they engage and want to participate in this project with me, then we will form a group. But if my idea doesn't engage, and for participants at least, then I'll have to enter some other group with other idea to continue the course. Is that it?
If no one will like your idea, you will have to enter in another group of another idea. So you have to be in a group. So I hope your idea is good enough for the others to engage with. But if it doesn't happen, you will have to go to another group.
I think, for example, for the last year, and that's something about the question of Wellington as well, because for the last year we had a group of oncology, so I came up with idea entirely different than the one of the group of oncology, and there was another student as well, but that was something common about the oncology, something related to oncology. So we joined the same group, and then we developed a project. There was, I think, 3 girls from the same group, and they had an idea. I had another one, and the other girl had another idea. So we came up with a new strategy until the end of the course. So sometimes we can relate to other people with the same topic. For example, I don't know, cardiovascular, something like that, and then you can develop your idea. And there's something really curious, because sometimes you can merge your idea with someone else and come up with something entirely new, for example.
And then just to complete, Felipe, we have 3 main topics we can say about innovation. For example, we have medical devices, tissue engineering, implants, things like that, that you need hard technology. But we also have soft tech, or maybe digital health, where you need apps, you have softwares, things like that. And we have another one that is related to not to the technology, but it's related to assistant. It's related with the. I'm sorry, Deborah, I make some mistakes. Como se fala em português? But I'm sorry, I forgot the right word right now. But what I mean is that we can, you can go for a group that you like to discuss, that there is something related with your reality, with your daily activities, right? So don't be afraid about the topic that will be discussed. It's not the big problem, right? One thing that's important that may help you is from you that are from São Paulo, from Sírio-Libanês, you have to come here, right? In IEP, the Research Institute. So it's good when you can have other one to help you to do together. So it's important for you to try to come here. You have 2 faults, right? From 8 activities, you have 2 that you can do it online. But try to come here if you are in São Paulo. Of course, from you that are from other cities, of other centers, other countries, it should not be possible. But it's good to have eye on eye if possible, right? I believe our time it's over now. Would you like to do any final comments so we can finish our meeting here. Sibeli said about the book. You have the Kindle version in amazon.com.br, okay? And to buy it, you can go to amazon.com. If you have any trouble purchasing the book, I can email you, we can talk later. But as I remember, it was working. Or in Kindle, okay, or in the physical version in amazon.com. Okay, Sibeli?
Okay, I will double check, but it says there is a phrase that is not available for purchase.
Okay, I can go inside there and to check for that. But don't worry, Sibeli. We will figure out about that. Okay, what else? Bob, done. Damian, my question is about the innovation packs. Our project idea have to be aligned with one of these packs. No, it's not necessary. It's only, we have 3 patches, and then usually it's one of them. There is no way for you to go in another place as these 3. But don't worry, if you already have a group or whatever is the thing that you are working, it will happen, and then we can pivot, we can change, we can discuss again. We don't recommend to change in the last day of the program, right? But you are free to do some improvements, whatever you want. Right, guys, some final words, Deborah and Felipe, Musa. Okay, so I appreciate your patience to be here, with your patience to be here with us till 7 p.m. in Brazil. Musa, I believe it's 3 or 4 a.m. in Qatar, so thank you very much to be here for your energy, right? And next week we will start again. We are here to help you. Thank you very much for all the TAs that are here, all the participants as well. And I wish you a very good start of the program. Okay, guys. See you next week.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.